Hey there, you're watching Go Island, where we're going to check out what's new at the train station.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial.
Well, hello there. You are watching Go Island, coming to you today from the lovely and historic Alberni Pacific train station right here in the Alberni Valley, where there's a lot new going on this year. And one of the new things is that the Alberni Valley Museum was able to apply for a grant and hire a summer student. And I'm here with that summer student, Jacqueline Savoie. Jacqueline, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here today. It's always one of our favorite places in the Alberni Valley. And Jacqueline, because you're here, this train station is open every day.
It is, yeah. We're really excited to be opening up the hours and to be able to have the new exhibit down.
So what are your hours here?
I am here 10 to 5, I believe Sunday through till Wednesday.
Excellent. Now, what that means is even on days when the train isn't running, and the train this year is running, correct me if I'm wrong, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even on days when the train is not running, you can bring your guests or send your guests on down to talk to Jacqueline here at the train station, because there are different things going on here. And one of them is a museum exhibit that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But there's something else cool happening here. You've got model railway set up.
We do, yeah. There is the model railway room that's run by the IHS. So when they're able to come down and open that up and run that, that's definitely something to check out.
And in the back, you know, when you've driven by, you've always seen the gated doors showing some of the Industrial Heritage Society's restored and in the process of being restored equipment. That's open to the public now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we have a lot of cool things to check out in the back, so it's definitely somewhere you want to come down and bring everybody, any age. It's all friendly to any age and any group.
Now, there's also a gift shop, and you know, there's Jacqueline here to chat with.
Yeah.
And who do you find coming down here? Who is it? Is it visitors? Is it locals?
Well, we have a nice mix. We have locals who hear that the tsunami exhibit is now here and that it's been revamped a bit, so they want to see what that's all about. And we have tourists who are wandering in or who maybe have heard about it as a destination on their tour trips and things like that. So it's really, we're getting a nice mix, a very global mix, which is really cool to see.
And when they're stopping in, what are they saying about the Alberni Valley and the train station?
Well, usually, especially if they're out of town, they just have some general questions like, you know, what can I do here? What can I see here? And, you know, which is a really fun question to start with because it's very open. I can, can throw anything at them and they're really, you know, interested to know what is going on in this area.
Well, I can tell you, I've only been here a few minutes. I'm thinking they're coming just to talk to Jacqueline because she's full of energy and enthusiasm, and that's a wonderful thing. Now, we are going to be coming back and talking with Jamie Morton about the tsunami exhibit that is now in place right here at the train station. But first, we're going to talk about another train ride. Arr. Well, welcome back. Just as we promised, we are here in the adjoining room of the Alberni Pacific train station talking about the tsunami exhibit, which is now in place on the walls and on the tables around us. And who better to tell us about it than Jamie Morton from the Alberni Valley Museum. Jamie, this is so exciting to have this additional venue for the museum.
It is really nice to have it, and it gives us a little bit more capacity. So it's kind of like a satellite of the museum that we've got down here now. That was the beauty of being able to get the grant and hire Jacqueline this summer, have somebody who could actually person this and answer people's questions and work with the tsunami exhibit. Jacqueline's been doing a bit of research and looking at how this can be enhanced a little bit more as we go through the summer.
And of any event, of anything about the Alberni Valley, I think visitors are most curious about the tsunami. Everybody knows about it. Everybody wants to know a little bit more about it.
Always very curious about it. It's true. Now, we are getting our permanent monument put in too. I advertised that before. We finally got the sign, the color sign for that, and we need to have the pillar built still to mount it on down out at Harbor Quay, but that'll refer people up here too. And we're crossing over a little bit between the Maritime Center, between the museum, and between the train station.
I think it's very exciting because it makes the museum more accessible and the museum more like a single building and more like more like a university, more like a collection of history.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. I'm glad it appears that way because it's the Heritage Network, and we're really trying to cross over and again, make people appreciate the community's heritage a bit more, experiencing it in different venues and bringing people into these places they might not otherwise experience. So people that come here looking for the train now will find the tsunami exhibit. People that go to the Maritime Discovery Center looking for the tsunami exhibit are referred up here. People that come to the museum, likewise. It's really worked out well. And we find that the numbers are increasing. Jacqueline was just telling me this morning that the numbers of people visiting are rising over the last couple of weeks.
Well, I totally understand this. If you haven't been down and looking around us, you might not even recognize this as a train station room, but it is. It's a lovely room. This is a very interactive exhibit. It's got video components, it's got maps, it's got lots of written material. What are the hours again down here?
It's 10 to 5 on Monday to Wednesday when Jacqueline is personing it, and then the regular hours when the train is running, so Thursday through Sunday, this will also be open and available.
Excellent. Well, there's more to talk about. We're going to go through the doors and up the ramp and look at some of the Industrial Heritage Society exhibit that is in place here at the Alberni Pacific train station. But first, we are going to go to one of those other museum exhibits that Jamie was talking about, his Shook, in place at the Maritime Discovery Center. Well, hello again. You are still watching Go Island, coming to you from yet another room at the Alberni Pacific train station. They call it the truck room. I see a lot more than trucks here. In fact, you just did a quick count, Jamie.
I did. It looks like we have 4 trucks here right now and 1 car, the 1913 First Mayor's car.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. And this is where some of the objects, some of the trucks from the city collection and from the IHS collection are displayed. Makes it a little bit more available than having them all up in the Industrial Heritage Center, the old arena. So the guys have brought some down here. Jake Hyde is the IHS member who's sort of the lead in promoting this area. And he's got the trucks down here, mostly in operating condition, runs them in and out, opens the bays up when visitors come, and it's been quite well received. We got a fair number of people coming through asking to see them, and it makes a nice attraction off Argyle.
I think it's a marvelous attraction because there were a couple of years there when they were kind of behind bars. You could see them, but you couldn't get to them. Now they're accessible. It's something that all of our visitors and our locals can enjoy up close.
It's true, and it gives us a little bit of synergy here in the building. We've got the tsunami exhibit. We've got it open 7 days a week. We've got the trucks up here that the IHS guys are displaying. We've got the model train exhibit down there. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit more going on.
And you know, Jamie mentioned the car and the trucks. There's also some speeders in there.
There are a couple of speeders down at the end. What would the IHS be without its speeders?
Well, what would the IHS be without these wonderful exhibits going on, without an opportunity to tell the public about what they're doing, because they do a lot. Now, Jamie, thank you so much for telling us about it. We're almost at the end of this Go Island, but before we go, of course, we've got a few more stories for you. You know, one thing I didn't mention was the gift shop and these nifty little wooden trains that are stamped with the Alberni Pacific Railway logo. What a perfect gift for a youngster who's maybe got grandma and grandpa here in the Alberni Valley. Well, it does bring us to the end of another Go Island. Until we meet again, be good to each other.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial, supporting community and providing personalized advice and service to clients since 1996. Our team is ready to help you with your financial future.